Oh, how have I overcome writer's block? I'm going to tell you how you unblock yourself from writer's block in this episode of Behind the Kimono. Bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum. Yeah. Hello and welcome to On the Mandelpiece Live with me, Sasha Mandel. On today's episode, we are just doing a segment we called Behind the Kimono. It's where I discuss the trials and tribulations of producing a 10-part series all about tech entrepreneur Elon Musk. We also are going to be diving into how to solve writer's block. Writer's block affects many creatives. But before we jump into that, we are going to talk about the updates, ding, 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 ping, pong, dang. Yes, so what are we going to be doing? The live updates are as follows. The music, we have a composer that is going to be creating music for the series. His name is Thomas Stubbs. He is very big within the dark and gloomy ambient music scene. So we will be getting a little bit more about him as the weeks progress. But he has told us, he has sent us a very rough draft of a piece of music. I've listened. It's very nice, it's very good, and this is just the beginning of creating potentially a little bit of music that will be a kind of through line throughout the whole series. And so we can't wait for that to be developed. I don't want to show any of that at the moment. Thomas is a very perfectionist type of musician, so we'll hopefully get you some of that music later down the line. Updates as well. We also have filming. We are going to be filming on Sunday. We are going to be starting the process going. So I imagine I should probably kind of explain to you what I mean. So I'm going to move you guys over here. Right. Okay. If you can see, there we go. One moment. Hello, guys. Hi there. So as you can see, I've built what I call process sequencer. So you've got level 0, you've got draft 1, you've got final draft, you've got rehearsal, you've got filming, editing, thumbnail, copyright, and complete. So Sunday, as you can see in the rehearsals section is the channel intro video. I've got a new channel intro video, which I might read out to you a little bit later, but we're going to film that. And then also Tobias, who is this incredible filmmaker, videographer, he's going to help as well. We're going to do some ideation here. We're going to try and move level 0s to draft 1s. And then draft 1s to final drafts. So that is what we're going to be doing with Toby. But enough about that. You have come here to try and overcome writer's block. So I'm not going to lie to you. We've got 5 episodes in level 0, and it was a little bit daunting trying to come up with many ideas for all these different episodes. So what did I do? Now that I've got them all up on the wall, I don't need to think about them all the time. So this week I decided to focus on Hyperloop. Hyperloop being this new form of transportation, which Elon Musk had a conceptual idea, wrote a thesis on it, and now many more companies are trying to build and revolutionize the mid-range distance traveling technology. So at first I thought I didn't know how to really tackle it, and I couldn't write. I just was sitting at the computer, just and then I came up with these 3 top tips to overcome writer's block. Tip number 1, if you are having trouble, try and read around the subject matter. So if you're trying to write something, there's obviously going to be a subject matter. Read articles, watch videos. I can't emphasize enough that if there is a gap in your brain, that means there is a gap in the knowledge. I'll repeat that. If there's a gap in your brain, there is a gap in the knowledge. So read as much as you possibly can. And then that way it will be able to keep on going. And then all of these kind of concepts will start to float into your into your ears, into your head. Top tip number 2, talk to people. If there's someone that you trust, close to you, or people that you really respect creatively, tell them that you're having trouble with this one concept, this idea, and talk it out with them, because it is incredibly hard to come up with ideas and bounce ideas, more importantly, by yourself. It is so hard to bounce ideas off yourself. So if you have that one person, or there's a couple of people, for example, myself, I spoke to a guy called I Am Dan Thomas. He's this business consultant online, and we did a live. It was really cool. We bounced off ideas, and we went down to the real kind of core of what I was trying to do with each episode, and more specifically with Hyperloop, with Jake. And so what happens there is you then have someone to spar those ideas, those concepts off. And then finally, my third tip for overcoming writer's block is stream of consciousness. So what I did was I wrote Hyperloop, okay, Hyperloop ideation. Then I did some drawings, as you can see, etc. So then I started to write pillars of first principles. What does Hyperloop mean for humanity? What would you do with the time saved with this new technology? And then I went on to have ideas of, would Schlafer, our cultural correspondent, would he interview people on the streets? Would he then maybe build his own Hyperloop? So that's what happened. And then all of a sudden, when you do this, when you have all of these drawings, when you have this stream of consciousness, that is when it clicks. And it clicked for me. And I realized the key was asking the right questions. If you ask the right questions, the answers come easily. I'll repeat that again. If the answers, sorry, if you ask the right questions, the answers come easily. I'm going to repeat that. If the answers come, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to have you behind. That's so sorry. If the answers, if the questions, God, I am losing my monkey brain today. If the questions are, if you ask the right questions, the answer comes easily. I'll repeat that. If you ask the right questions, the answers come easily. Boom! Yes, I did it. I bloody did it, didn't I? Okay, so those were my 3 top tips in how to overcome writer's block. My goodness me, that took me a long time to get the words out, but this is live, this is unscripted, and I thank you guys so much for joining me. We're at 7.5 minutes, coming up to 8. So that for me is really what I've got to say on the matter of writer's block. I do think that, guys, if you are new to the show, if this is the first time you've seen it, please do subscribe onto YouTube, share with someone that you think would be interested and might find this useful and helpful. And finally, don't forget to tinkle the notification bell so that you can get all the information as it comes out. You know what I'm saying. And finally, as promised, there is a belated birthday that I need to sing. So please just bear in mind, tonight's final performance is me singing a belated happy birthday for a Joanne Dodds. She also was looking for a soul vibe to it. So let's just, whoa, bloody hell. Okay, so there we go. Let's zoom in there. Is that right? Boom. Yeah. Right, okay. Here we go. And guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please, thank you. Come back next week, Wednesdays, live. This one's for you, Joanne Dodds. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, because your birthday was on July 24th, Mrs. Joanne Dodds. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Please welcome back me on live Wednesday nights. Yeah. Come on, baby.